Hey, Mark coming at you from AWS reInvent 2017. In this live stream, I covered the opening of registration here in the Venetian. Showed people the lineup, talked a bit about what was coming today, day 0, which is the first official pre-day. So there was registration, a couple events started getting kicked off today, as well as tonight there's a big Midnight Madness. So in this stream, showed that registration experience, went through, picked up the swag, got my badge, all that kind of thing, ran into a friend. Really interesting way to kick things off, and I'm excited to be bringing you the inside look from reInvent all week.
Hey everybody, Mark here. You are looking at the pre-line to get into registration at the Venetian. I'm going to pan back, you can get that in there. So, welcome to AWS reInvent. It is going to be a fantastic year. This is where you're going to hit up for registration for swag. Giant line, folks already getting ready. 1 o'clock doors open. Kind of crazy. There I am. How's everybody doing? I'm going to be streaming all week here on Twitter as well as on Facebook. I'm trying to be the insider look, see how AWS is kicking it this year at reInvent. Rumor has it 45,000 people will be jammed here into Las Vegas. 5 different properties. All of the community heroes, almost all of us, are on site. That's going to be pretty exciting. Notable exception and a shout out to Lynn Langett. She is down in Australia right now. I'm not giving one, 2, but 3 keynotes at some pretty high-end premier genomics conferences. So, Lynn, good luck this week. We miss you here at reInvent, but of course, 3 keynotes. Who can turn that down? It's amazing for your work in the genomics community. Kudos to you, and we can't wait to see some of the results from the keynotes this week. But the rest of us, or a good chunk of the rest of the community heroes, there's 48 of us now globally. We are here at AWS reInvent. Of course, AWS is here in force. The entire evangelism team, from what I can tell, is here on site. We're going to see them kicking around. You are going to see them on Twitch. So twitch.com/AWS, or follow the AWS reInvent hashtag. You're going to see them anytime they go live. From what I've heard, they're going to be streaming all week with some crazy stuff. Live from the floor here at the expo, which is actually, if you can kind of see behind me, the expo goes behind the registration desk. So when you get into the hall B and C, registration's in there. Behind that is actually the expo hall. Now, the expo hall officially opens up on Tuesday. It is not open yet, but as a partner, I work for a partner, Trend Micro, we get a little early access. That's the bracelet, to try to set up the booth to make it a positive experience when it is open. But there's some crazy cool stuff back there. I wish live stream it at this point. Unfortunately, not allowed to. But we got about 5-10 minutes before registration starts opening up here. I'm going to flip the camera. You're going to see how many people are piled up, and this is just early reg. It's the first time you're going to see reg this week. At all the other hotels that are part of the conference, so MGM, Aria, as well as I believe the Mirage has registration. I'm not 100% sure. You're going to have to check that out at the reInvent website or on the mobile app. While you're waiting in line for registration, here is a great time to fire up the App Store and get on your mobile app. You're going to need it this week. You can see a little sneak peek there. Hanging blue banners lines up with the overall theme as well as the graphic design. But like I was saying, download that mobile app. Get set up, get hooked up, because there's going to be pushed out updates in reg. They're going to push out updates on venues, shuttle schedules there, whole bunch of stuff. Because this year there's a lot of crazy. Let me get in a good line. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on with the multi-venue, because there's so much content. It cannot fit in one hotel, just like last year. It cannot fit in 2 like last year. They had to expand it to multiple venues, which is absolutely amazing that there's that much content, over 1,000 breakout sessions. But there is some logistical challenges there. I wrote that in my guide to reInvent. You can catch on Medium. There is a lot of info in the app, as well as the what to know before you go. But of course, you're here, so what to know when you're here. Webinar from AWS. There's going to help you get the hang of it. I think by day 2, you're really going to figure out how to get between the venues and how time is enough. But a lot of people still lined up here for registration. We are almost ready to go. The big question, I think, on people's minds is what is going to be the swag. Last few years it's been hoodies, it's been shirts. This year, maybe the same, I'm not sure. We'll find out in a minute. I'm going to walk you through, as soon as this lineup opens, I'm going to walk you through and set up Reg. I'll go through the process real quick, and I'll grab the swag, and I'll give you that first reveal. See what the swag is. You can see it live here on the stream or after the fact if you're still flying in. And I know a lot of folks are flying in, but some of us got here a little early just to adjust for the timing and kind of get our feet underneath us. And that's what you're seeing with this crazy lineup. So another couple minutes here. And then we'll see what is going on. I took a little sneak peek earlier, and I got to tell you, this year I was blown away even just by Reg, and that is kind of crazy because normally what you see is down at the end of the Sands Hall. When you're walking into the conference area, that's where the registration normally occurs because that was enough to handle the volume. One year they had it off to the side. And now they're having it too many people, which is an amazing thing. Just got a note there. One of the folks watching the stream, thank you for that. He said he's not going to spoil the swag because the Mirage had the lineup, had their Reg open early. Good on the Mirage. That's awesome. Let's, you know what? You can spoil the swag if you want. Still not going to get that visual, but I'm sure it's already hitting up on Twitter. I can't check it out because I'm mid-live stream. But that's great that you're not jammed in a line. I know a lot of folks here. At the bit, the line just keeps getting bigger. I'm going to give you that view again. So if you look all the way down there, that's where the lineup is going. It is just piling up. Now on the bright side, they got a ton of capacity inside. I'm going to sneak up a little bit and you'll see that. You'll see in here they've got a huge amount all the way through. So huge chunk through in Reg. Lots of folks in blue shirts. Lots of folks for security to keep the line organized. You're going to see... I should topspin lob. I should just walk over to the Mirage, but I'm here now. I tweeted out to a bunch of folks earlier that I was going to be doing this. Got a bunch of the AWS folks kicking around. I think they're going to come down and do a little party maybe. We'll see. That's the thing about multi-venues here. So another comment. Topspin lob, that there's no line in some places. So the Venetian Palazzo has traditionally been the place for reInvent. It's been the big key, and that's where most of the folks come for this. It's the default. It's where the main expo hall is. This year, things are spread out. So we've got registration at 3 or 4 different hotels, and we've got the expo hall here. We've got the Link lot opening up later this week, and we've also got the quad at the area, which sounds phenomenal. They got Maker Labs and a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on there. So there's a lot of more spread out this year. I was talking to some the evangelism team at another conference and said, hey, do you guys have a feel for what's going on? I'm talking to some other community here, I was asking them the same question. Nobody's really sure how this is going to play out. The AWS events team is working on this for months, and it's showing off already with the organization, the structure, the amount of people here at registration to handle this. It's going to be hopefully quite impressive, but it's going to take a little sort out. So everyone have a little patience. My number one advice to folks is, if you're in line, if you haven't already downloaded the mobile app, download the mobile app. If you have, turn around and say hi. Look up from your phone after you watch this stream, but look up from your phone and say hi, meet some folks. Literally 40,000 other people here who are building in the AWS cloud, who are interested in the same things you are, who are here for the same reason you guys are. They're here to learn, they're here to see what crazy new stuff AWS has, what they're going to announce for us, what they're going to launch for us. I know every year it gets, just give my arm a little rest here, every year there's very cool stuff announced, and this year the announcements are spread across multiple venues. So we've got Tuesday Night Live with Peter DeSantis up on Tuesday, 7 p.m. I believe. Double check the schedule on that, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. There's an opportunity there. Last year James hosted Tuesday Night Live, amazing amount of information there. That's stream. Check it out in person here or on the live stream. Going to be some great info. Peter's a great speaker. Should be really entertaining. Next day we get Andy's keynote. Every year they pull out some great customers, launch some cool new services. Everyone just goes, wow. Launch some really useful services that maybe kind of fly under the radar a little bit. And of course, Thursday morning we have Werner's keynote as well. Werner's keynote, famous for being super technical, but Andy had tweeted out in sort of teasingly that they were going to mix things up a little this year. Whereas traditionally, Andy gave the customer and the business look and announced some of the not as deep services, where Werner kind of goes really technical and really pushed. Last year he focused on the wheel of data and like the life cycle, the data stuff. This year I don't know, but I do know Tuesday Night Live, Wednesday keynote, Thursday keynote, 3 major major opportunities for major new service launches, major new functions and features to existing services. There's going to be a ton of stuff, and the best way to get your head wrapped around it is to talk to folks. Follow me here on social. I'll be on Twitter. I'll be on Facebook all week under my handle at MarkNCA, also under at Trend Micro. And I know there's a lot of the community here as we retweet each other. We work, reach out to each other. We try to support getting out there to help other people understand all the great new tools that we've been or now have access to based on what AWS is launching. All right, deep breath. Looks like the line is sort of that pregnant pause before everybody starts to push in. Again, everyone's super calm and civil, which is great. Everyone's excited to take part in this. We'll see what the swag is. I know some of the folks at the Mirage already have swag on. I expect to see some tweets with that showing off the pictures. You can say you scooped us. That's great. Flag me in it at MarkNCA. I'd love to see it when I get off the stream. My intention here on the stream is to walk you through when they open up doors in a minute. I'm going to register, get the swag, and then maybe talk to some folks if I can, see what they're thinking, what they're looking forward to, what they're excited about. I realize right now that I need a better system for holding this. I'm using a very jury-rigged tripod extension at the moment because my gimbal broke and I got a new one coming in tomorrow, but in the meantime I'm roughing it just for you folks to give you that insider look, and I'm going to try to be doing that all week. So if there's something that you want to see, there's lots of crazy stuff. I've been to every reInvent since the first one. There's lots of great stuff, lots of great people here. I just saw a tweet from Quinnypig bugging me that he was informed it was day one. Technically listed as day 0 right now. We are in fact rolling back. It is not always day 1 at AWS, despite the mantra always day 1. Apparently day 0 does exist, and it's today. So, hey, we're breaking new ground here. Mainly because there's not too many official events on the books today. The Harley rides started at noon, so if you'd sign up for that, there was slots starting at noon. Registration officially opens at 1, though rumor has it Mirage opened a little bit earlier, and I'm sure the Aria is getting open now, and we're a little behind schedule now here at Venetian. And then later this evening, 10:30 p.m., first 3,500 people down to the expo hall here, or the keynote hall. I'm not sure exactly which one, but down here at the Sands Convention Center into the major hall. First 3,500 people will get into the Midnight Madness. They are billing that as a pep rally / service launch for some new stuff. They're going to be doing some really interesting things. We're not really sure what exactly it is. It's very interesting in what they've kind of tagged, but they haven't told us specifics beyond a couple cool DJs and doing that pep rally style with some service launches. So I don't see there's going to be, thank you, Eric, Midnight Madness is at the Venetian Hall C, which is actually where we are right now for registration. So it's on the backside of the Sands. B and C are a connected big hallway. That's where Reg is, so you can come back down for registration. Where you see for registration, you come back tonight for Midnight Madness. Remember, though, the first 3,500 only. That is a small fraction of the attendees here at reInvent. I'm not sure how many folks are actually on site today, Sunday. I know a lot of folks, especially from the continental U.S., they're coming through tomorrow. We're getting set in here now. I'm going to flip the camera around, how this works. Everybody nice and orderly, everybody nice and excited. We'll see how the system works. You've got the QR code in your... you've got the QR code in your system. You can always pull that up, or you can go by email. I'm going to go up. There's a nice little seat here, so I'm just going to pop up to this one, make sure I'm not ticking anybody off. I'm going to kill the cam for a second, or at least give you the shot of me. There we go. Yay. So standard AWS registration. First name, last name. Have your ID in hand, folks. So you type in your name. You're going to hit continue. Make sure you got your ID so that you can register in. Make it easy. There's tons of people trying to get this. Confirm your name. Make sure it's spelled correctly. Let them know where you're staying, apparently. I am not local, as you can tell from my accent. And then once you've clicked it in, you're going to check in. And then your badge is going to get printed up, and you need your identification ready for the nice folks. I'm going to make this a little better. There we go. So now I'm just waiting for mine to pull through. Give you a shot. They're the standard lanyards coming into focus now. There we go, standard lanyards. Remember, the lanyard color code is always interesting. Yellow is AWS, red is media, black and purple and our sponsor and Expo sponsor and normal attendee. White I can never remember, and green I can never remember. So if anybody knows that, hit me up in the comments. So we're just waiting for folks to come check in and grab the pass, but standard reInvent registration. If you have your QR code ready, you can just simply scan it instead of typing in. That's always handy. And so once you register in, then your pass gets printed up. And instead of stickers this year, AWS has done a really nice thing, and they have pins. So really high quality pins for the, Mark, yeah, that's me. ID, there you go. Thank you, sir. So they've got registration pins with the pronouns on it. So gendered, non-gendered pronouns, very cool. Very nice of them to think that through. I'm just getting my lanyard hooked up, which is nice. Awesome. Thank you very much, sir.
Sorry.
Perfect. Excuse me for a sec. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, man.
Right on. How are you?
Where do you get all your hoodies and stuff? Or is that somewhere else?
Swag's over there. So good question. Swag's over there. We're broadcasting live at the moment. So Swag's all the way down at the end of the hall. Gonna ask you a quick question. How are you? You want to introduce yourself?
I'm awesome. I'm Alan Brown, Business Development Manager for iCloud Guru. Just out here with all the guys, and it looks like I'm the only one at the registration at the moment.
Yes. Now, that may be because we might have been out late at the bar last night. Maybe not. But Alan, if you do see him, just call him awesome, because he is truly awesome. Fantastic guy working. I'm going to get the logo shot in there. iCloud Guru, if you're trying cloud training, they're the place to go.
Yeah, we're going to be over at the ARIA actually from tomorrow for the whole week. So if you're interested in any of your company's enterprises want to talk to me about getting your team certified in AWS or any other cloud technologies, just give us a shout. Come over and see us.
Perfect. Thank you, Alan. So Alan's going to get his registration set up and then try to grab swag, but the line for swag is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm going to scoot over there. Alan, we'll catch you later. Okay, thanks.
Cheers, Mark. Take care.
Right on. Thanks, buddy. Okay, I'm going to walk over. Eric just tagged in green lanyard is sponsor Expo. So if you're not a sponsor an Expo, you're looking for the black lanyard. There we go. Black lanyard is speaker, full pass, that kind of stuff. Sorry for the shakiness. Like I said, my gyro broke. AWS always has it kicking with the DJ. They have a full stage in here, which is kind of insane. That's always awesome. Look at this. Tons of people already here. This is Sunday. This is day 0. The conference is not even starting yet. Awesome to see many people excited about building in the cloud. Got fantastic little stage set up here. This is nuts. Love it. Big question is, who is the musical guest for Replay? If you have never been to AWS reInvent, you absolutely have to come to Replay. Replay is a phenomenal party, just utterly unreal, great time, always a surprise musical guest. Werner tends to introduce them later on. So here we have XXL. We've got all the reInvent sizes. This is to try your sizes on, see what fits, so to make it a lot easier so that you don't have to worry about what is what when you go up to get your actual swag. So you make sure it's good, you try it on, and then you get into the next line to actually grab your swag. So they go on different sizes. If you know your size already and you're confident in it, you can just walk right up. Nice and easy. For me, I know my size. Unfortunately, I have monkey arms, which makes it harder, and I keep getting fatter by the year, which also makes it harder. And I'm going to walk this crazy winding road, and I'm going to get my swag. It looks like it's going to be a hoodie, but of course there's enticingly all of these yellow and orangey shirts. Interesting little design going on there. But I'm going to come in and I'm going to get mine. I'm going to flip the camera around on camera just in case. There we go. All right, hold on one sec. Hi, how's it going? XL, please. All right, so you scan your card, old school, and then you get your size. Nice person's going to go back and get it, which is awesome. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Have a great day. All right, and so I'll give you a quick look. They're all nice and wrapped, color wrapped by sizes from the looks of it, which is always smart. That way you can tell. It does look like a, yeah, it's a nice hoodie. It's a nice mid-weight hoodie. That's kind of cool. I needed a mid-weight hoodie. I got a really thick hoodie because I live up north where it's cold. But now this is a good mid-weight, especially for Vegas. So there is a help desk here if you need support getting registration. And you can just see now, this is how you get into the expo hall. So you come in through registration into the expo hall. There's plenty of space, plenty of throughway here, so it's not going to be a congestion area, which is really, really great. But that's it. I am now officially registered. I have got my pass. If you see me around, definitely say hi. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm here to meet folks. I'm here to talk to folks all week because I think that's what this conference is all about. Obviously, there's tons of great content, but while you're waiting in line, while you're walking between venues, say hi to folks. Make sure you meet new people kind of constantly, okay? Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to be kicking around here for a little while and then find some food because that's one of the continuing challenges for Las Vegas is finding food. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to talk real soon. Take care. We'll see you around.